Welcome to StartupHakk. Today we're going to talk about some of the various different things that are going on in the Cardano and blockchain networks. There's a lot of movement that's been happening, and I've got some big updates for you today. And we obviously all know about the market crashes, so let's go ahead and get started on talking about some of that today, and then we'll dig right into this. Welcome to StartupHakk. My name is Spencer Thomason. I am the CEO and co-founder of CleanRouter, as well as many other products. Here are some lessons that I've learned building a successful business while challenging startup norms. My challenge is to push you to rethink startup success. Welcome to StartupHakk. So as we all know, this weekend was really crazy, and we saw a lot of different movement that happened with we saw lots of dip in Cardano, and then we saw it swing back, and then we saw it start to level off. And so it's been kind of a crazy week overall, and we've seen some really big movements on some of the different, on a lot of the different markets and all of the different cryptocurrency blockchain technologies. However, we've seen really the price fall and kind of stay settled on the fall. Again, some of it's come back up, but I think a lot of this is really coming back to, we've seen some really interesting, and there's a lot of speculation around this. Some are speculating that some Bitcoin whales may be planning to move, planning to sell a short notice as BTC price action struggles around 47,000. And so this news came over obviously on the 6th, but in its daily quick trade market update on December 5th, on-chain analytics firm CryptoQuant warned that large volume movements on exchanges were increasing again, highlighting its exchange whale ratio metric. CryptoQuant can't say that, deduced that major Bitcoin investors were taking no chances when it comes to short-term price action. Exchange whale ratio measures the size of the largest inflows and outflows from exchanges relative to total inflow and outflows. Before Saturday's dip to 41,900, the metric spiked above a peak of 0.95 level, and as of Monday, it's back in the same territory. Whales are still depositing BTC to exchanges. Exchange whale ratio reached over 95% again, they said. As Cointelegraph reported, open interest on future markets fell dramatically at the end of last week, but a debate remains over whether the flushing out was enough to save the price from further losses. So we've seen a lot of different speculation and a lot of different movements around this, and I think this has caused some overall price drop. Now, here on StartupHakk, we're a lot more interested in the technology. And so what we have really seen over and over again is seeing that technology that's really got the markets moving. And I think ultimately this is a long-term play. I'm a big bet in a long-term. I'm not as interested in speculating on short-term gains. I'm always all in for the long-term. And I think that's what we're seeing. So a couple of the really interesting new pieces. First off, Cardano hit 1 million delegated Cardano wallets. This is huge, and this is a big milestone to reach 1 million wallets. And more importantly than this number is the comparison of how quickly we came to this number. This Cardano has reached 1 million wallets probably faster than almost any other cryptocurrency out there. And so this is very interesting that as people are getting educated on the different blockchain technology and options, that Cardano is clearly a winner here. So this is a huge thing. Next, Cardano hit over 20 million transactions. And a lot of people are asking about the DApps or the decentralized applications that are going to come, and when are they going to get here? Well, we're starting to see a lot of those hit. And a lot of those transactions are coming through those different, the different network applications that are coming. So we are starting to see the movements on these. Overall, I think that Cardano is in a really strong position, and I want to talk a little bit more about some of that position here. And so with a market cap of over 51 billion, Cardano is the 6th largest cryptocurrency on Earth, and for good reason. It aims to compete with Ethereum to attract user-created autonomous programs called decentralized applications, or DApps, and boasts better speed and scalability than its larger rivals. DApps dramatically increase the potential of blockchain technology outside of just storing and transmitting the value. They enable use cases ranging from decentralized cryptocurrency exchanges to financing platforms that allow investors to borrow and lend their cryptocurrency holdings. Cardano's DApps use the network's native token ADA to interact and pay fees on its network, so they have a direct impact on demand for the assets and its valuations. Cardano enabled smart contracts, self-executing programs used to create dApps through its Alonzo upgrade in September, and it may take several years for the platforms to boast a well-developed dApp ecosystem like its larger rival Ethereum, which is home to over 3,000 projects. But Cardano aims to close that gap by offering superior functionality. I believe that's going to take us a lot less than 3 years. Unlike Ethereum, which uses a cumbersome proof-of-work protocol in which miners solve puzzles to validate transactions, Cardano uses a proof-of-stake system called Ouroboros. Here, the authority to validate transactions come from ownership of Cardano's tokens. Cardano's miners update the blockchain using existing coins, which is faster. Cardano can now process 257 transactions compared to Ethereum's 15 to 20, and I actually haven't even seen it hit 15 in a long time. And the less environmental harmful than proof-of-work systems. Ethereum plans to eventually switch to a proof-of-stake, but it's unclear when that will happen, making Cardano a compelling platform for dApp developers who prioritize speed and scalability. And that's why we've really come to it. Cardano is the big one that we are really betting on. It's the one that we're going to build our platform on top of because we believe that it is the easiest to develop on, and we're going to make it even easier. So, one of the last things that I wanted to go over is that Cardano has recently increased the size of its transactions. So the blocks actually just moved up, and we're actually seeing larger transactions now available. It was over a 12.5% increase. And the block size transactions moved from 8,000 KB to 72 KB, which is a 12.5% increase. And there's now well over 2 million Cardano wallets in use, and traffic has grown up over 20 times in a year. So that's crazy to see it grow that quickly. And I think we're going to see this grow even more than 20 times over the next year as dApps continue to become more useful. So, well, thanks again for tuning in, and make sure you watch and subscribe. We are going to be releasing information on our new project, our new decentralized application, and some of the projects that are coming with it to make processing smart contracts easier, as well as other transactions on the Cardano network. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, like and subscribe so that you can be kept up to date on all this. Thanks, and have a good one.